Record rainfall making a huge impact on western Washington.
This is the worst I've seen.
From a neighborhood cut off by a mudslide.
It was just a crash.
To widespread flooding and worry about swollen rivers. Cairo 7's team coverage is tracking the powerful storm. We have seen that flooding in communities from the North Sound to the South Sound, and a lot of folks are hoping, just waiting for some relief from all this rain. Tonight, Cairo 7's Joanna Small is tracking the effects of the flooding. Jessica O has the latest on a dangerous mudslide in Des Moines. But first, our team coverage starts with Chief Meteorologist Morgan Palmer. What a day, Morgan.
Indeed, a day that we have not seen the likes of in more than a decade. 3¼ inches almost at SeaTac Airport, the 5th wettest single day since records started being kept there in 1945. In Olympia, 2.83. You're in the top 20 wettest days on record going back to 1941 there when records started being kept where they are now at the airport. This batch from swath, I should call it, from University Place around Tacoma through the Des Moines area, SeaTac Airport, Kent, Renton, through Newcastle, over to about Issaquah. 3+ inches of rain, the heaviest rainfall swath in the lower elevations of western Washington, right in a place where there is very high population density. We've had a lot of problems today. I'm pinpointing the back edge of the rain more than 12 hours away. Straight ahead, Monique.
Yeah, a lot of hazards out there, Morgan. A city worker was actually trapped when part of a hillside came crashing down in the Woodmont Beach neighborhood this morning. And tonight, there are new concerns a mudslide could happen again. Cairo 7's Jessica O is in Des Moines with a closer look at the damage.
I want to show you where the road is blocked off here in Des Moines. This is as close as we're allowed to get to that mudslide tonight because anything beyond this point is simply too dangerous. Crews say this road was undermined, and that's very nerve-wracking for neighbors to hear about, especially after what they went through this morning. People in the Woodmont Beach neighborhood may be used to mudslides, but nothing quite like this.
This is the worst I've seen. I got a home there and a home there, and they probably were a little bit uneasy to see this huge gaping hole.
Crews say the flooding was so intense, a city worker was trapped in it this morning. He caught his leg in a drain and was chin deep in water. Crews say they had to use a vacuum to keep him from going under.
The water won.
That worker is okay. We're told he was clearing storm drains before the mudslide, but the abundance of rainfall proved to be too much.
The water was coming off of Marine View Drive, bypassing the drainage and going straight over the hill.
And while they're grateful no homes were affected, neighbors are still worried, especially with more rain on the way.
I look down off of my deck all the time and just kind of keep my fingers crossed because I'm just afraid something like this will happen on my property.
We're told this road could be closed for weeks. Not only are the roads badly damaged, but there's a lot of cleanup to do down this hill as well. Again, crews are very concerned there could be another mudslide. They're asking people in this area to be very cautious. In Des Moines, I'm Jessica O, Cairo 7 News.
And tonight, Amtrak says a landslide south of Tacoma has disrupted train service from Seattle to Portland. Amtrak is running buses until Sunday morning to take passengers between the two cities. Now, customers who want to rebook trips scheduled for this weekend can do so without additional charges. Now, take a look at these images. This is a gravel slide on a road in the Snoqualmie National Forest. Officials say a creek got diverted and caused massive runoff across Forest Service Road 56. The slope is unstable, and King County Roads is worried it could just give way. They're asking people to avoid that area. Landslides can hit quickly with little to no warning, but the National Weather Service says if you stay alert, you can actually buy yourself some time. Sounds to listen for include rushing water or mud, also trees cracking or boulders knocking. Now, you may also notice a faint rumbling that increases as the landslide actually nears. And if you see large objects like fences, utility poles start to shake and move, that is another big warning sign to get out. Well, widespread flooding across western Washington closed roads, schools, and even shut down part of I-5. The rain has lightened up considerably, but there are some places where the water is still rising. One of them is Snohomish, where Cairo 7's Joanna Small is live right now. And the river there isn't expected to crest until tomorrow afternoon, Joanna.
It's not, Monique, but we're about as close as you can get, obviously, to the river here in downtown Snohomish. And you can see the water has really crept its way up this boat launch. There's a pretty substantial drop off here. And to put it in perspective, when we showed up a couple of hours ago, this entire concrete barrier was visible. Now you can hardly see the top of it. It's too dark to show you just how fast the water is moving. But if you really listen, you can hear it. It's expected to crest tomorrow afternoon around 29 feet, which is just a couple of inches below what's considered to be major flooding. And around western Washington, there has already been quite a bit of major flooding. From Kent to Carnation.
Trying to divert the water around so it can flow away from the house.
To Olympia.
Bad day to be in the basement, I guess.
Rain-covered roads and swallowed cars that didn't heed its warning. At the state capitol, workers inside the Secretary of State's office spent their Friday cleaning up the mess Mother Nature made.
My foot went splash, and then I could hear water just pouring, and like that's the elevator shaft.
Mike Thompson sucked up enough water to fill an industrial-sized garbage can. Flooding forced other buildings on the Capitol campus to close, while state workers sandbagged the perimeter of Capitol Lake to prevent any additional flooding.
It's been crazy. It's just getting worse and worse.
We didn't receive any reports of injuries, but there were a handful of water rescues, including one off Highway 9 in Snohomish. That's where we came tonight, where the Snohomish River is fast and furious.
It's getting there. We got a lot of rain here today.
We ran into these longtime Snohomish County locals who stopped by to take a look.
I've seen it all the way up to the bottom of that bridge and up onto the road.
The Snohomish has a deep history. It's recorded on the side of one of the downtown buildings. So while the river is raging, we aren't expecting a repeat of November 24th, 1990. The river is sitting at about 25 feet right now. You can take a look at our vehicle and you can see that the streets sit significantly above the river at its normal level here in downtown Snohomish. And so fortunately, that makes flooding of businesses and homes far less likely. But of course, you need to be prepared and be careful. Live in Snohomish, Joanna Small, Cairo 7 News.